Hey guys, it's Rachel with Mr. Nola's Glitter. How you doing today? Today I wanted to come on and show you a quick, fun tutorial. Most of you that follow me in our Facebook group know that I love to get my nails done and I love rainbows. So this cup we're going to do today is inspired by my new manicure, which if you can see, it is like rainbow jelly clouds, right? So this is what we're going to be creating today is a rainbow cup with some jelly clouds. All right, so I will go over some of the things that you're going to need today. You're going to need a tumbler. I'm using a 20-ounce skinny from Stainless Steel Depot. It's my go-to cups. Besides the wine glasses, these are the ones that I use. I have glittered this already prior to the video with the Tack-It method, which is the method. If you don't know about this, check out my first video. This is a 1-to-1 ratio brushed onto my cup. It is dried. I have dusted the holographic silver glitter. This is Throw Me Something Mister on this cup, which is super mega holographically blingy, and rubbed it down. So our cup is glittered. We are going to be using Marabu's new alcohol inks. I will go over the colors that we're going to use as we're doing it. We're also going to be using their extender. I'm using white Deco Art, just multi-purpose, any kind of craft paint that you want to use, and a paintbrush. And for my clouds, I'm using the flat end. This is kind of crazy, but I'm using the flat end of this makeup brush, which was broken. It has a crack in it, so I can't use it. We sell these, but it's got a flat end, so it helps me create dots. And then on the side, I have a cup full of 91% alcohol to rinse my brush off in between the colors. And that is it. So now that we have gone over all of that, and a paper plate for my palette. We are so fancy here, paper plates all the way. So with that said, I will turn you down and I will show you how I created this tumbler. All right, so we're going to make sure we see we'll have the so this is what we're creating. So we are going to take our alcohol inks. I don't know if that is good or if that is bad. And we are going to paint our alcohol inks in this rainbow ombre over this cup. And then we are going to paint these jelly clouds on the top of it. All right, so I have, and we're gonna basically follow the same colors as I have on my nails. Okay, so the first style we have is Marabu Lemon. It is their yellow. Then we're gonna go into Tangerine. Then we're gonna go into Magenta. We're gonna go into Amethyst. Then we're gonna go into Gentian. I hope I say that right. I always worry I say that wrong, which is the dark blue. And then we'll end it with Caribbean. And then Caribbean will run into Lemon and create its own green. I will be using the extender to blend my colors together to create these really pretty ombres in between, so it doesn't look like you have stripes. It just looks like it ombres together perfectly. Okay? All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my alcohol ink and my first color. I'm going to put a little puddle. You don't have to use a paper plate. If you have a palette, a paint palette or anything like that, you can use that. I have this little scruffy brush. You can use whatever brush that you want. This is the one I grabbed. I don't know. It says Color by Me Texture Brush. If you can read that. I don't know if that's important. It's just the first one I grabbed around the same size that I wanted. So I'm just going to hold my tumbler on my little cup chuck. Let's see if we can make sure we're in. And I'm going to soak up all of that yellow. And I'm going to start laying my yellow down, my yellow color, right on top of this glitter. So you're basically alcohol ink is translucent. So It's basically just coloring that glitter with this yellow alcohol ink. Really pretty. And tip, don't forget your bottom. I remind you guys about your bottom all the time. So don't forget to paint your bottom, okay? So you can see I painted my bottom on this. So it's got like a really pretty rainbow at the bottom of that one, okay? So we're going to do the same thing on this. So I started with my yellow. So where I use my extender is I put a puddle in the middle of my plate down here. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. And then I dab it and I re-wet the glitter the first color that I laid down there because it just blends it out really good. Now this yellow is going to be a little bit bigger than the rest of your stripes because the yellow is going to come, the last color blue is going to roll into this and it's going to create a green. So your yellow, you want it to be just a little bit bigger when you start. Okay, so there is our yellow, really pretty. All right, we're going to move on to our tangerine, which is orange, which I'll try to keep. So when I'm going into yellow to orange, I don't clean my brush because it's a natural progression. You know, I want them to mix together. They're similar in colors, so it's okay if there's a little yellow left on there. The orange kind of takes it over. Don't forget your bottom down here. You want to make sure you don't want to brush this too hard. Just lightly brush. So there is your two colors ombre together. There's your orange and your yellow. Okay, it's already gorgeous, right? Then we are going to go into our magenta. Okay, we're going to turn our plate around here. So there's our magenta. Again, this is really close, this color. I can just suck it up and then move over and ombre that together. So I will mix it in the middle of these two colors. So this is where your extender really comes in handy because these colors kind of look harsh together. So you're going to need your extender to blend them out. So I just get a little bit on my brush and so it's still alcohol ink. So if you get a color that you really like, alcohol ink still dries super fast, even over glitter. So if you get a blend that you like really well, I just blow it and dry it, and then that way you don't have to worry about it moving. This is a little harsh for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse this brush out in my little cup of alcohol. Okay, I'm going to dry it off on this paper towel over here. I'm going to take my extender and I'm going to kind of, I'm going to blend that because I really don't want that harsh line. I don't want any kind of brush strokes. And I guess maybe this brush might be terrible because I see some stray hairs coming through here. But so now you see the orange and the red, the magenta. So it's got like a darker orange and then it moves into magenta. All right. So then we're going to go into amethyst, which is our purple down here. So Marabou has two purples. They have amethyst and they have purple. The purple is darker than the amethyst. I really, really, really like the amethyst color. It's like the perfect purple to me. So I'm going to need a little bit more down here because my brush is really dry. All right. And this thing is all kinds of mess. So All right, gonna blend right there in the middle. I'll take some of that extender and wet my purple spot on my plate, just like with regular paints. When you use any kind of extender, it kind of just extends the way your alcohol stays wet, leaving you time to blend it together with another color or into what you're working on. All right, so we have 2 more colors to go. So we'll have blue here, and then the lighter blue, which will roll over into that yellow to make the green. All right, we're going to move over to the gentian. So you see what we got now? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty rainbow-rific, right? So taking the gentian blue. Again, I won't clean off my brush for this because the blue will take over most of it. Okay. And I will blend out this blue. All right. I'll get my extender again to blend. I don't want any harsh lines on this, so I'll take the extender and it kind of wettens it a little bit. It like reactivates it, so you can brush it down. You can blend it down into what you're doing. And I forgot my bottom. No, y'all weren't here to remind me about my bottom. I need to go back to that purple, so I'll have to wait to fix that. But oh, I can't believe I forgot my bottom. I'm always telling you guys, don't forget your bottom, and here I am, forgetting my bottom. So there's a little harsh line right there I didn't want, so just doing that. All right, and then the last one, we're going to do the Caribbean blue, okay? Actually, I'm going to rinse this off because that dark blue will take over that light blue. So, and then I'll go to this Caribbean blue. I'm going to need a little bit more. And then I'm just going to go right into here and brush that onto that last spot. And you notice the yellow, remember the yellow is kind of big, so we're going to take that and bring it over into the yellow to create our green. Okay. Make sure you get your bottom. Don't forget your bottom down here. All right, so I need a little bit more, and then I'm going to need a little bit of that blender to make sure we blend that over into the yellow. So here's the blue, and I'm going to take my extender, add it to this blue, and then roll it over into that yellow. That might be too dark, but so I have a line there. I'm trying to work out that line. I don't really want that harsh line. If you can see that line, I want to blend that down so it just blends together. So when you're rolling it around, you don't want to see, I see another harsh one right there too. You want it just to be like rolls into the other one really well. So let me see. I'm going to clean off this brush, and then I'm going to just put straight extender on it. So I just keep a paper towel to the side and make sure most of the colors are out of it. I don't want to cross-contaminate my colors. So that way, if you have a well palette or one of those, you could get them at the Dollar Tree. They have like little holes in them. That way that you can hold your inks in there together, so they don't mix together. Okay, let's see, I think I got rid of that line. So I got rid of that one. And I think I better rinse that because I touched the blue. I don't want dark blue. So I'll put a little bit more here. I think just a tad. There we go. There we go. So I got rid of that harsh line. So now we don't have any harsh lines. So the colors just roll. I say that, and then I see that. Let's see. There we go. The colors just roll together. So we started at the yellow, we went to orange, magenta, purple, blue, Caribbean, and then the blue ran into the gold. So now you have a perfectly ombre'd holographic tumbler. Okay, look at that. One color glitter, but you got all this color on here. Okay, so you remember at the bottom, I forgot my bottom. I teach y'all not to forget your bottom, but here I am just willy-nilly forgetting my bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my ombre at the bottom of this, work it out, a couple drops of this, and then we'll move on to the next step. And then we're going to take the purple, and we're going to do purple on that one other side. There we go. So now you have the perfectly ombre bottom as well. Even the bottom of this cup is gorgeous. Can y'all see that? I don't know. Let's see. Can you see that? So check it. Look at this perfectly rainbowed ombre cup. And it took us less than 20 minutes to do this. So that's pretty impressive. You could do it with any colors that you want. You can try an opal on the bottom of it, but I really like the holographic look. So I am going to go seal this real quick with spray paint. And when we come back, I'm going to show you how to paint those cool clouds on the top of them. All right, be right back. All right, and we're back. So I have just spray painted. I used a clear matte spray paint. You can use matte or glossy, either one, to seal in my alcohol inks over my glitter. It kind of looks a little dull now that I've sprayed it, but don't worry. Once you put epoxy over the top of it, it's going to spark back up. So the reason I did this is because the first cup that I did, if you noticed, my clouds turned pink. So I'm trying to not have my clouds turn pink or blue or green and yellow or orange. So I just sealed it really quick with a clear spray paint, and so we can move on to the next. Step. So if you look at my fingernails, this was my inspiration. My nail technician, Emily, she used a dotting tool to create this. So I don't have a dotting tool this big. So I have the end of this makeup brush. So that's what we're going to go with. I have Deco Art white acrylic paint. You can use any acrylic paints that you need or that you have on hand. Don't go buy anything special. Let me see if I can put this down a little bit closer so you guys can see just a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to take the round end of this, and I am going to create some fun cloud shapes. So these are random. You don't have to do this. If you like your rainbow cup the way it is, keep your rainbow cup the way it is. Let me grab one thing I forgot. 1 second. I like to check out my head off. All right. So I have that, and then I'm going to also use this snowball. This is Silver Fox, and I'm going to sprinkle that on the top of the cloud so the clouds will have some sparkle. Okay, so I'm going to take my dotting tool, and I am going to, let's start here. So Y'all hear my little, I have a customer in the store, and I have a little one looking at me through my studio window. All right, so if you noticed, I'm just using this to create like little circles over here. You can paint your clouds any way you want to. Clouds are pretty much easy to paint. You can do whichever shape that you want. I really liked these clouds. So then I'll take my brush and I'll finish off the bottom like this. So if you want to hand paint your clouds, whatever shapes you want, by all means, go for it. There's no right or wrong way. Clouds are clouds, guys. They can look any which way you want them to look. You can make fluffy clouds. You can make skinny clouds. I like these kind of like cartoony looking flat clouds. So, all right, so there's my first cloud. Don't worry about if you can see the paint through there. If you want to brush it flat, you can. You can, don't stress about it, because I am going to take a little bit of this silver fox and I am going to hold it from high up, like way above my cup. There's a chunk in there. I don't want that on there. So I'm just going to dip my popsicle stick in like this. There's hardly anything on there. And then I'm going to dust from up high. I'm going to do it in one more time. Maybe I didn't have enough on that time. This much. Dust from way up high. Tap it, lightly tap it. And so now my clouds are sparkly. Okay? And then I will continue to do that all the way around. So I'll find my next spot that I want to do. That one's not really even. Let's see if I can even that out a little bit. There we go. There, that's better. All right. So there is my first cloud. And then I'll just work my way around. Let's see. So I'm going to see if I can hold it this way so you guys can see a little bit better. This way. All right, so I'm doing some little circles. So I start with one circle. There's probably an easier way to do this, but you know. Then I'll take this, or I'll take another circle on this side. Make this one kind of bigger. And then maybe one more on this side. And I'll make the cloud run the other way. Like I said, you can use whatever instruments that you have, whatever thing you feel more comfortable with. I just had this. Clouds are clouds. There's no wrong way to make a cloud, folks. Clouds are just fluffy things. And then I'll tap this down over here. And I'll make it run this way a little bit. So that's a pretty big cloud. That's a pretty cloud. All right, and then I'm going to take my popsicle stick, dip it in. So I'm going to show you. So here's my silver fox snowball. I'm going to take my popsicle stick, dig it in, dump it off. I just have whatever stuck there. I'm going to hold it up high, and I'm going to just dust it, tap it with my fingernail. See how I'm doing like this? And just letting it fall where it needs to fall. So it's got a little bit of sparkle in there. Okay. All right. So then we'll move on to the next cloud. Let's see. Maybe here. All right. I'm going to try to do it this way so you can see a little bit better. So little circle here. I start with a circle, and clearly that's not a perfect circle. I couldn't make a perfect circle if I was tracing it. There's another little bubble. There's another little bubble. Okay. Alright, and then I'll take the other end of my brush, whatever I'm using, paintbrush, and I'll go across the bottom and create a bottom. So I'm just trying to create just a fluffy little cloud. Texture, no texture, it's totally up to you. Like I said, you can make them round at the bottom too. So they can be round at the top and the bottom. Alright, taking my popsicle stick, dusting from way up high. I'll find out where it's going to fall because the air's on in here. Alrighty, so there's that one. So I might come back here and put some little bubbles, little bottoms on these clouds instead of having just flat bottoms. Add a little bit of fluff to them too. And just because I added that, I'll sprinkle, 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 well, sprinkle, 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 tap, 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 tap. And I'll do that on this one too, because I do like the rounded bottoms. I like round bottom clouds. Okay. All right. I like that a lot better. What you think? Oop. There we go. So those look better. I like those a lot. All right, so then we should have another one. Let's see, maybe we won't try the bottom. We won't try the bottom of that brush. We'll just try the top of this brush. So we'll create a little blue blub right there. Blue blub right there. A blue blub right there. A couple little blue blubs. Make this one a little taller, maybe. And then we'll go a little blue blub. I like to make them a little longer, like they got a little tail. And then just dab it down. And then I'll make sure that it has some little blue blubs at the bottom. This is a chunky cloud. And I realize that probably doesn't look like a cloud at all, but there we go. Not too bad. It's a little different. I mean, it's my cloud, so it's all right. All right. So there we go. So it's probably too low now. I'm gonna get y'all straight eventually. All right. So we got some clouds going on. I'm gonna have to fix this one. I have to turn it around this way so I can fix it because this is clearly, there we go. It's definitely a lot harder to paint a cloud upside down than I thought. So we're gonna take this. All right. So let's take another, go right here. I like to start with the circle first, so y'all can see that. this a little longer as well. There we go, a little fluffy cloud. Just make it fluffy. So we gotta fluff it out. All right, so it's a pretty fluffy cloud. Again, I don't worry about the paint stuff because I'm putting the glitter on top of it. It's gonna hide any kind of imperfections. If you're a perfectionist, you can work that out if you want. Let's see. Let me see if I think we need another one. I think I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to leave it up here because I want to put somebody's name up here. So I'll leave that little space. And I think might need a little baby one on this back side. But other than that, I think, let's see if we can do a little baby cloud here. Okay. Try not to get crazy. Just need a little poof, a little baby cloud, a little baby puffer. Okay. There we go. A little baby fits right there. A little baby cloud fits perfectly right there. Look at that. Look at that little baby cloud. Okay. There we go. So I'll put somebody's name at the top, but I think we are finished. So what do you think, guys? We have our little rainbow and our little glittered clouds. We'll put our name right there. And then we have the perfectly ombre'd rainbow at the bottom. I think I'm in love. What do you guys think? All right, so that is it. I will probably seal that one more time with a clear spray paint, and then I'll put one layer of epoxy on it to seal it, and then I'll put my decal on it, and then I will seal it one more time, and then it'll be ready for using or gift giving or putting it up for sale. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I like whenever I get to create fun things with you guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get some more content on here so you guys can enjoy what we do, and I can teach you what I know or what I've learned or what I've stumbled across. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to come check out our Facebook page, and I'll show the completed tumbler when I'm done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see what you create. Bye, guys.